Hello, my name is Key and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be recapping two trades, well, two stocks that I made, two stocks that I trade on the week, and I'm going to show you my processes and all of them. We're starting with SBET. I had traded this on the 2nd of June, and at first I had missed this initial entry here. I don't think it ever gave like a proper entry. I can't really remember, but I ended up having to trade this on the hourly because multiple days had passed. So I wanted to wait for an entry where it pulled back to $50 area, and it didn't give me it this day, but it came on this day. So when I entered on this green candle right here. Let me see. Because I ended up having to trade this twice. Yeah. Okay, I was on this candle. So, I traded it on. So when I entered, it wasn't good because it held pretty well here, as you can see. But it was fighting against VWAP. So when it dropped, it broke, obviously, the level of support that I wanted to enter. So I had my max loss at $30. But like overall, no, that was my max loss. This is my max loss right here. The 45.52. It was just because the gap was too much. I wanted it to at least hit 124, but because it made like this area here, I had to lower my max loss. I had to bring my XLS a little higher, and so I aimed for this for a partial and then see if it could go there to get another partial. So when it broke down here, it was cool. I didn't my stop didn't get hit, so I waited until it retested this 50 areas for me to get out, and I got out on like 50 flat, I think it would have said. Yeah, so my entry was like 50.17 and my exit was 50 flat, so I took like $1.70 loss. So it's basically break even, which I wasn't mad at. But yeah, I left this alone for a while, and then when I saw it break out and pop over VWAP, and in after hours it was pulling back down here, I saw this as like a reclaim, so I entered again here. I had the entry set at like 50, 80, 51, but it filled me on 50 flat again, so which is cool. It took a while, but it's cool that it filled me there, and I waited. So this next day, I messed up. I'm not gonna lie, I messed up this trade, and it's not even because like I wasn't thinking or nothing, but all of a sudden I had so many things to do. I don't want to get into specifics, but I had some things to do, and I was like, you know what, I'll just trade from my phone in this I'll just trade from my phone here. I don't really have much to worry about. I got my exit. So when I ended up leaving and I had to take care of my errands, I was with my grandmother. I had to take care of some of my errands. I realized that it had popped well over, and I didn't get any of this. So when I finally got to see what it was at, I took the exit at around here, but I had gotten filled 68.25 or something like that. Let me see again. Yeah, 68.25. So I got filled on this candle, so it tested here. So I'm like, alright, even though it did have this red, this might be a pop over, and I'm going to wait here. But when I noticed that it didn't, I was like, alright, yeah, so this is falling back down, and my full stop would have been here. So I'm just going to take off from the pop up here. And when it went to 56, I took the exit. So I was like, yeah, it's not looking too well, because for me, this should have held here and continued, but since it didn't, I was like, I'm gonna just cut it. And it's a good thing I did, because even though it did like another bounce off of 50, it got rejected. This is a main VWAP level for like the for like high volume days, and because as you can see, it was rejecting this a lot, and then it just eventually failed. So I took whatever I could. The amount here, I think the total that I made here was 125.55, but then with the 170 loss, I think it went to 1.70. It went to 123.85, I believe. I think that was the final price in there. I haven't got a partial or anything, so I had saw this one and I really liked the way that it looked. It was a very clear pre-market high area, very clear. I didn't really need much of the line chart, but as you can see, yeah, very clear pre-market high area. It made its run and it's pulled back. So when it pulled back, when it pulled back, I had set an order here, right here. I think it was like 640. There was some slippage. I'm not mad about it, but yeah, it filled me up here. It took a while to get filled too. It just kept playing with my order, and it's whatever. It is what it is. But I got filled at 647, and now I'm just holding and looking for it to reach the 940s or 995 for a partial. Like, it's that general area is where I want a partial at. But yeah, I'm holding for now. So when you see how you've had a very clear pre-market high, and I prefer charts like this where it's a very clear pre-market high set, high of day set. So this is going to be where my partial is, and my entry is clear. And then the low was a very clear. This is the lowest area, and it's like the support. So my entry was here. This is where my max loss was, and that's where my partial. Very easy, and this is what I prefer as the SBET. It wasn't as clear as I would like it, but it was a setup, so you know it had potential, and I got into it. I took a good win from that. Not mad about it, and that was on 10 shares too. This one I'm on 40 shares. Oh, mind you, I'm trading on a small account. I didn't mention that before, but I am trading here on a small account just to bring back consistency. And I have been trading for a very long time, but due to some very some losses, some family losses, and basically life in general, I had to take a long break from trading. So now I'm back, and I prefer to do it on a small account to basically build some discipline back. But yeah, my setup is basically the entry of pre-market high. I like first or second green days, because I like after it gives some time to make its move, and then I can wait for that pullback, and then the longer it takes, like the more strong it is to me. So where it builds on the first day, and then I can enter on the second day. I know that there's better support there. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly, but yeah, this was like an A setup for me. So now I'm waiting and looking forward for it to hit the 995s for the partial, and if it can carry on, I will hold until then. But yeah, that was my I think I'm unrealized $20, something like that on here. I can't remember, but yeah.